Hello guys, welcome to Filament Daily. Recently on my main other channel Laravel Daily, I had a review of a Livewire package, new package called livewire-filemanager. And there were a few comments on that video from people asking about similar thing in Filament. So file manager package but for Filament admin panel, and also this should be on Filament Daily. So here we go. Here we are on Filament Daily with a demo project of the same file manager package but inside of Filament. And with this example, I want to not only demonstrate the package but also how you can use Livewire component inside of Filament by just creating custom page in most cases. So first let me demonstrate and then we'll dive into the code. We have a menu item file manager, then you create your first folder, for example, you can call it main, and then you may add files. So we add a file, choose some screenshot from my desktop, and it is here. And only I see that file as a user. If I click that file, then I have ability to copy the URL or download the file, which in case of image would just open that in browser. So here's the URL, storage2 with that file name. Under the hood, it uses Spotty Media Library to store the data about the files, and the files by default are in storage app public, which means they are public. But then if I try to log in as another user or register, for example, let's sign out and then sign up for another account with Fake or Chrome extension, sign up, and then I go to file manager and I don't see that file. For example, let's create a folder and that will be empty. So I don't see the file from another user. That said, the files with Spotty Media Library are stored in the public folder by default. So if we open the PHP Storm, we have storage app public and then folder number 2, which means I'm logged in as that user, the new user. But if I go to the same URL, if I know that URL from somewhere, guess what? I will have the access to that file. So the security part of multi-tenancy is only on Spotty Media Library level, separating the files in eloquent query. So when querying the data, the file will not be seen, but actually it is public. So that's kind of the limitation, but for many projects that may be enough. Now let's see the code and how to use that package in Filament. So the package itself outside of Filament is installed easily, composer require, vendor publish, and artisan migrate, which will execute the migration for media library table. So first you should follow those instructions in your Filament project. Next, we create that custom Filament page, which would create the menu item on the left, and the only thing that page will do is show the view. And what's inside of that view? According to the documentation of the package, all you need to do is have X Livewire File Manager inside of your blade view. So similarly, inside of that view for File Manager, all we have is this. We have the tag for Filament Panels page, which will give us the design, and then all we do is include that component, and that's it. So this is an example how you can include Livewire component, which may be from another package, into Filament. Custom page and include the component. Sometimes it's enough. In this case, however, there was one more thing I needed to add manually, is this. Alpine UI. It's a library that is used inside of that Livewire component. So from unpackage.com, from the CDN we'll load that JS, and in the app service provider of Laravel we'll register that as Filament asset. And then finally, how to enable that so-called multi-tenancy or ACL, which stands for access control list from what I remember. You just publish the config and set ACL enabled to true. For example, if we set that to false as an experiment, and then we register as a totally new user, sign up for a new account, we sign up, we go to File Manager, and as you can see, I see the file from another user. So it may be your case, maybe your Filament admin panel is used by the same company and you want to share those files, so then set ACL enabled to false, which is actually the default. So yeah, what do you think about this package in general or inside of Filament? Let's discuss in the comments below. That's it for this time, and see you guys in other videos.